Today is all about the celebration of the CB750. Launched in 1968 at the Tokyo Motor Show, it then went on to become one of the most iconic superbikes and changed the face of motorcycling history. We came up with this idea at the start of the year to have this celebration, and we have over 80 entrants have come along from all over the world. We've got entrants from Sweden, from Holland. We have judges, Vic World from California, who's come in to judge. We've got Colin Seeley, who was the founder or created the Seeley Specials, the Honda Britain, the Phil Reed replica. We've got Roger as well, Roger Etzel, who is our project manager for the museum, who worked from Honda from 1976 to 1986. And we've got Chris Rushton, also judging, who's a lifelong fan of the CB750. We have some very special bikes here today. We've got the Honda, one of the four prototypes that sold, the original one of the four prototypes that Honda made to test the market. The gold one that has been in the UK for a number of years, sold at H&H earlier this year, and it's been completely restored. It's out here for everyone to see. We've got some other interesting entrants. We're going to have Erling from Norway, who was going to ride his motorcycle in. He was a single owner of a Sandcast since 1969. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it because of the weather. It's snowing in Oslo. But we do have Karen Wicks here today, she was a single owner, or she's been a single owner of her Honda 750, bought it brand new in 1975, and she herself has done stunt riding, filming with it, and is also a protection officer to HRH. So lots of interesting CB750s and lots of interesting owners are here today. So along with the show today, the museum, the entrance is free today to the museum. We have in the museum a collection of over 150 motorcycles spanning the years that Mr. Honda was alive, starting with the Honda Cub or the Honda Model A, and then going on to the NR750, which again is another very iconic motorcycle. Only 300 were produced with its oval pistons, and we have everything in between, including some very rare Japanese home market motorcycles from the 1950s.
Welcome to everyone, and thank you for attending. This is going to be one of the largest gatherings of single overhead cam CB750s of that, I'm sure. We have over 80 entries, and some still arriving, some new entries still coming in. The Honda CB750, 50 years old, is hard to believe. Have a great time, and we'll be back later. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we're here today and Dave Silver's museum, and celebrating 50 years of the Honda CB750. It's great that Dave has taken this opportunity to celebrate 50 years, and I know that Honda, Japan and everybody is very appreciative of everything that he does. The museum's fantastic, you know, and the work that he puts into Honda as a brand is incredible. And I think there's over 80 entries here. I didn't even know there was that many CB750s still on the road, but people are just rolling in and riding them in as though it was yesterday that they were launched. So it's great, really good day.
Well, first of all, and more importantly, I think it is quite important, this show, because it really, it's something the bike needs to be shown and broadcasted, so to speak, not just here in the UK, but internationally. And I think that this show will, because of coverage, I think it will make it internationally. I think the show was a great success. It was beyond what I thought it was going to be. It was quite well. Yeah, a lot of turnout and certainly a lot of enthusiasm. I think that because this was the first show, so to speak, for the 50th, I think that it's going to push in my country all by itself, without me even saying anything. It's going to push them to want to do a quote bigger, better show, but not that it matters that it's bigger or better, but they're going to want to push a show over there, which I've been talking about for several years, but I haven't mentioned it lately. But yeah, what impressed me the most was there's a lot of original 69, a lot of here 750s that are still on the road, and fellas are driving them, and it was very good to see that. Meaning that, for a lot of reasons, meaning that they're proud of their bikes and they're upkeeping them to keep them on the road. And so I liked that a lot. And of course, the race bikes and the custom bikes, those were great too. This show was way over what I expected it to be, because I've been to shows before, but this was a wonderful show.
Well, it's worked out well, isn't it? I'm quite pleased, you know, the weather held for the event. Fantastic crowd you had, didn't you? A lot of enthusiastic people. Many knew of me, which was quite nice, I have to say. The last gentleman, he said, and we see you up on stage. He went, oh, that's Colin Seeley. You know, you just have to laugh sometimes. I'm always appreciative of people that have done a good job. You know, there's no question about it. You know, people just expect sometimes that things just happen, and they don't, do they? You've got to make them happen. You know, so it's been, you know, a good day, and I'm pleased we came along.
It's been absolutely fantastically turned out. Great entry, probably one of the biggest collections of 750 Hondas in one place that there'll be for a very long time. So a big thank you from David and I to all the judges. Thank you to all for bringing your precious metal here today. And we'll move on to the awards and present them. And thanks to all of you for making the effort, journey and time to come here today to join in this very special event. David, do you want to say any more words?
Okay, well, I think Roger's said it all, but a very, very big thank you for making the effort to turn out today. We were very lucky with the weather. We did order it and it came. So, but thank you everyone for turning out, making this one of the best days of the company and the museum here for all time. Thank you to everyone.